This is 10 common myths we still believe. Number 1. Milk makes your bones strong. Sorry, but no. In fact, the US Department of Agriculture tells us that adults should drink at least 3 cups of milk every day, but this is meant for our calcium and vitamin D intake. And along with that, multiple studies show that drinking milk and having fewer bone fractures is not related in any single way. Number 2. Chocolate gives you acne. Wrong. For a month, scientists fed dozens of people candy bars containing up to 10 times the usual amount of chocolate. And in the end, there was no effect on the acne and no change in people at all. Sorry, chocolate lovers, it's not the food, it's just you. Number 3. Organic food is pesticide-free and more nutritious. This is not at all true. You see, farmers who grow organic food are permitted to use chemicals that are naturally derived and typically worse for the environment than their synthetic counterparts. On top of this, eating organic food over others isn't any better or any more nutritious over non-organic food. Number 4. Eating food in 5 seconds after dropping on the floor means it's good and clean. This is definitely not true. It is shown that bacteria can contaminate food within milliseconds, so it's definitely dirty in every way. This meaning safety depends on how clean the floor is, not how long it's been there. In fact, tests show that moist foods attract more bacteria versus dry foods. But hey, don't let me stop you from eating that fruit snack you dropped. Number 5. Eating ice cream will make your cold even worse. If you're sick, go ahead and eat some ice cream. It won't hurt you. The thought that dairy causes mucus is very untrue. In fact, according to researchers and a doctor at the Mayo Clinic who says, in fact, frozen dairy products can soothe a sore throat and provide calories when you otherwise may not eat. Number 6. Sugar causes hyperactivity in children. Tons of studies have tried to prove this, but have ultimately failed to gather anything that can support this claim. So, in other words, this is ultimately false. The myth probably spurred in 1974, when Dr. William Crook wrote a letter to the American Academy of Pediatrics, which published it. Only in the past 3 years I have become aware that sugar is the leading cause of hyperactivity, the letter stated. On top of this, according to National Institute of Mental Health, the idea that refined sugar causes ADHD or makes symptoms worse is popular, but more research discounts the theory than supports it, they said. Myth number 7. Ostriches hide by putting their heads in the sand. Simply enough, when threatened, they sometimes play dead, but overall, ostriches do not stick their heads in the sand at all. Number 8. People can get warts from frogs and toads. Nope. Frogs or toads cannot give you warts, but rather it is humans who will. The human papillomavirus is what gives you warts, and it can only be shared and received by humans. Myth number 9. Bats are blind? Simply enough, while they do use echolocation, they can still see. This meaning that being blind as a bat doesn't mean being blind at all. Myth number 10. Goldfish have 1 second memory. Contrary to popular belief, no. Goldfish have good memory and can remember things for months.